coming back from break. Um, so hitting the halfway mark. I usually like to say this time to give opportunity to shout five connections that you could find worth connecting with or networking with. But the five people that I have in my connection that I know personally, I would I work with them. But the point is, they are people with a unique field that could I got be good connections or network, to make. The first one that I would like to shout out to Jet Production. They make short action films. So if you'd like to connect with somebody within that field, we can make it happen. Our second one, shout out to Mason Lee Ladder. He's a 2D animator. So he do everything around like animation, uh, music videos or flyers, etc. Our third one, shout out to One Nation. They create their own manga slash like comic book. So if you'd like to connect with somebody within that field, we can make it happen. Our fourth one, shout out to Jeremy. He's starting his own thing where artists could perform at type of restaurant establishment. Uh, but he's starting up a series called Tap Room Live. Uh, if you'd like to stay up to date or or get more information about that, I get you connected. Oh, he's located in North Carolina, so that's where they're starting at the moment. But if that's not an issue for you, uh, you know.
Okay. That
And our
sounds cool.
last one, no problem. And our last one, shout out to Moss. We're collaborating. We're doing creating a soundtrack on our end where artists can uh come together, collaborate, drop a verse or whatever. But if you're interested either in the project, um, or the producer itself, which is Moss, uh, that would be our last uh recommend that we have for you.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So you can let me know which one you're interested in, and I'm sending you their information to you after the interview.
Okay, sounds good, man.
No problem. Coming back to you, giving you the floor. Uh, from anybody that can check out this podcast, uh, what particular talents are you looking for, or are you in need?
Um, well, always, more probably help with like marketing and stuff like that. Always kind of looking for more advice or help with that stuff. I'm sure there's, you know, um, we record everything ourselves and stuff like that. I mean, and not that it couldn't improve. It just, yeah, trying to pretty much do everything in house. Save some dough.
Okay. And when it comes to marketing and everything, are you looking for like an agent or somebody that specializes in the marketing field?
Yeah, perhaps if that was something. Yeah, we could probably. I don't know. We definitely need help with some booking, which I'm sure that's probably every musician or band you talk to in the world. But yeah, uh, and then anything else, somebody I haven't shopped around too many, but um, I definitely
Yeah.
am interested.
Okay. And I'm guessing you also like for them to find you gigs to perform.
Yes, that would be. Um, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Find something like
Um,
that.
and is that your main talent that you're looking for?
I'd say it's where we suffer probably the most. I know some of our social media still needs probably some fine tuning. Like our iTunes looks terrible. I know. We got because I've pretty much been focused on Spotify. So I'd like to expand that to I know depending on who you talk to, people tell you, there's too many platforms to focus on. Maybe at least at first, just a few. I mean, our YouTube too is kind of definitely not anywhere near what our Instagram and our TikTok is. So that's somewhere I want to improve
Okay.
the YouTube reach.
Okay.
But yeah,
And when it comes to listeners, I'm guessing you prefer your listeners, first time listeners, to go to your Spotify.
Yes, I'd say that's where our you're gonna I'd say go to Spotify.
Okay. So the question I wanted to ask earlier that I remember for first time listeners, how do you uh, want for first time listeners to listen to your music? Do you prefer for them to put it on shuffle, or do you have a particular project you want them to start off first? How would you recommend
Um,
it?
I would say you could pretty well go through kind of just what the top songs are. The newer stuff we have uh is our best stuff. I'd say our No Name from Nashville is worth listening to front to back too. I think that's an EP we put out about a year ago or something. But yeah, other than that, I'd say just go down the line of the singles. We got a lot of like really old stuff that's still pretty folky or whatever, but at the back of our catalog, it's going to sound not different, but yeah, the newer the better, I guess. Long story short.
No. And what song, if you had three songs to recommend on your catalog, what is the first three would you recommend for first time listeners to go to?
Um, missing found. L's song. It's like missing found and L's song in parentheses. And I'd probably go with Fire and Smoke. Um, and is it a song named Fire and Smoke? And East Dakota will be the third.
Okay. Respect. Is there a particular reason why you picked those songs?
Missing Found has the most streams. Fire and Smoke is the most catchy, and East Dakota I think is maybe just my favorite.
Okay. I respect those answers. Okay. Being a first time listener, listening to your music, I was able to listen to 17 songs.
Okay.
I was 17, one, two, there's five songs that stand out to me being a first time listener, and then there's two songs that's growing on me. The way how I separate these two is the ones that stand out to me, uh it was more memorable just being a first time listener, I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah, hell yeah, man.
While the songs that's growing on me, uh those are the ones that make me want to hit on repeat. So it's like something I have to listen to more. Uh, so none of the songs will repeat. So the five that's standing out to me won't repeat on the songs that's going on me. But which one would you like to know first?
Um, well, which ones you? I guess the
So
ones you wouldn't repeat.
the ones that's on repeat
Oh, well,
that I
sorry.
wanted to hit.
Yes, yeah, my bad.
The songs I want to hit on repeat. For Your Valentine and Let's Ride Down Dixie or Dixie.
Oh, okay, late rides. Yeah, yeah. Okay, heck yeah.
Lake Rides Down Dixie.
The Little Dixie Highway. That's Highway 79, in St. Charles County, right on the edge of that in Lincoln County. Well,
Shout out.
I guess my link to it, but it goes all the way. Goes a lot farther than that, down to Clarksville and beyond. But yeah, okay. So For Your Valentine and Late Rides. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
shout
those
out to those
answers.
two songs. You mind, telling us the inspiration behind those two songs? What inspired them?
Oh, For Your Valentine, I wrote as I guess it was like my Valentine gift to the girl I was dating at the time. Um, and yeah, I played it. Man, we're cool now. We dated for a while after that, but I remember I played it for her, and she didn't. Maybe she just didn't know how to take it. I don't know, but like she kind of ghosted me for a little bit after that. So I was like, fuck. And then we talked again later, but I was like, man, that was kind of because she's like liked it. I've sent it to her since like the studio version finished and whatever, and she likes it a lot. But yeah, at the time it was a little rough. But it was so that was just like a wrote it for Valentine's Day for a girl or for my girlfriend or kind of girlfriend at the time. But and then Late Rides Down Dixie or Down Dixie. That one was like I guess almost like probably taking two or three different girls that I dated throughout the years, um, like early 20s or something like that, and then kind of making them all into, you know, uh, a fictional kind of thing or whatever. I guess each one isn't. I could kind of take different pieces of that song and link it to these different girls, and then there was a bar called Dog Prairie Tavern that was down Highway 79, which is the Little Dixie Highway, which is where where Dixie comes from. And yeah, my studio is located right off of 79. It's like a barn studio thing. That's why I call it Barn Indie, I guess, because I have a recording studio in there now. It's on my parents' property in St. Paul there. But yeah, that was kind of like a St. Paul kind of folklore bar song about girls that did exist, but some were more fleeting than others, I guess.
Okay. Okay. And for the five songs that's standing out to me being the first time listener, you want it all at once or one at a time?
Um, you can do or one at a time, or
Okay.
yeah, sorry.
So the first one, Missing Found.
Okay, hell yeah.
What inspired this song?
That was the one I was talking about. Was for my buddy Andrew L. He passed away. I'm 34. He was 20, so like 12 years ago, and it was just like kind of he's walking home from a bar, college days, jumped over like the kind of the crossbar, I think, and maybe didn't know. He fell. I mean, the fall wasn't that far. He hit his head though, and he ended up drowning. There was a bunch of water right next to him in his face, like drowning it. So it was just this awful thing. And yeah, me and my buddy Mike Fowler attempted to write that song, which ended up being kind of like it's an ode to him, but it's it's hard to even tell it's about somebody or whatever. It's not very specific to him or his life, but the time was, the song is for him. Whether it's kind of hard to tell that now. It's very kind of cryptic or whatever, I guess you could say. It's a little cryptic, which is why I haven't really advertised more for that, because I don't feel like it's the greatest homage to him. But yeah, it was for
Mm.
Andrew. So Andrew L, rest in peace, brother.
Rest in peace. Okay. Next song, I have 12th and Russell.
12th and Russell. That is about where I'm at now, Soulard, in the place that I'm late to at the moment.
Mm.
But yeah, McGurk's, John D. McGurk's is located off 12th and Russell, as is the Palace, which is where the musicians stay when they come. This is what they call the Palace, but it's right next to the restaurant off 12th and Russell. And I've gotten to know a lot of those musicians and spent a little time in the Palace myself. But yeah, I guess 12th and Russell is just kind of about living in Soulard culture. Kind of seeing it and then kind of living in it too for a time here.
Shout out. And how will you describe your culture?
It is, we got St. Patrick's Day coming up here in a minute. Mardi Gras. I would say it's just kind of, not completely fueled by alcohol, but that is a large part of it, kind of just the drinking culture. But I'd like to think a good camaraderie drinking culture that kind of always, falls backwards into any kind of music it, can consume.
And
And then, other things too, but there's great music culture here. There's a great, lot of great local musicians. Venice Cafe is another good local spot in Soulard. Yeah, John D. McGurk's, that's more of an Irish themed thing, but it's great. That's where I met Jig Jam, my buddy, who I live with. The banjo player now, sorry, Dahi. Me and him split a place down here. He's on the road most of the time, but yeah, a lot of good friends down here. Great musicians, great people. Everybody's great in Soulard and St.
shout
Louis.
out to shout out to Is it safe to say that 12th and Russell represent the homage to your culture?
For sure, yeah, it was definitely an ode to John D. McGurk's, who was, I guess, it was started by Jim Holleran back in like '78, who he actually just passed away. So rest in peace, Jim. But yeah, he started. He was like a big part of the Soulard restoration. Um, yeah, and McGurk's is just a staple of that. It's kind of the little one of the definitely mecca points of Soulard, I would say.
No. And fun question. What's your favorite dish?
Oh, at McGurk's, I say my favorite dish, man. I gotta go with the corned beef sandwich. I'm not gonna lie. The corned beef cabbage is really good too, but I'm kind of a simpleton. Like my throw a little cheese on there, some ketchup. St. Patrick's Day is coming up too, so maybe I'm just kind of craving one. But that or like probably do something like off the cusp here. We got like this penne pasta. You do like pink, so we call it like a pink sauce. It's a mix of white and red sauce. It's fire.
Mm,
But in general, I don't know if you met McGurk's there. Maybe you didn't. But in general, I'd say my favorite dish would be just mac and cheese. Throw some bacon bits in there, maybe a little couple medallions, uh, dice them up,
okay.
extra
Are
cream
you
stuff.
one of the people that put ketchup on it?
Not on. No, my dad is. My dad is. No, I've probably done it before, but it's not.
Okay.
I don't make a habit of it. No.
Okay. Okay. I respect that. Which I don't necessarily have anything against it, as long as we don't get to nowhere like putting
Right.
green
Right.
beans or pineapple in it.
Mm-hmm.
I have
You
met
might
somebody
see
that
me
said they
use a little
put.
A1 too here or there.
Okay, I can see that.
I
What
hate to say
with
it, but
the
I do.
bacon or
Oh
without the
yeah,
bacon?
the bacon. Hell yeah,
Do you use
bacon.
A1 without the bacon?
Well, I wouldn't put A1 on that probably, but if I put the medallions on there, though, like the steak, I'd probably throw a
Okay,
little A1 on there
I can see that. A
just to
weird
dress.
combination. A weird combination that I heard from a friend of mine's. They experienced blueberries in the mac and cheese.
Oh wow, okay. I've seen blue cheese crumbles, not blueberries. That's okay.
Mm,
Okay, hey, I wouldn't knock it till
right,
I try it.
right.
Different,
Um,
but
so yeah, it definitely different ways to make mac and cheese. Uh, shit, there's probably still something I haven't heard of.
it's like
But
pineapple on pizza or something, right? It's like, I used to knock that really hard, but man,
mm,
I tried it finally, like after years judging, and I was like, oh man, it's pretty fire.
then again, I'm also thinking like since it's warm or like hot, probably similar to like that effect like a blueberry pie.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's
hell
what I was
yeah,
thinking too. Uh, if it's like that, I can see it. Like same thing with like the yams, sweet yams. So I'm
right,
thinking that it probably give
yeah.
that type of similar effect.
The old yams. I
Um,
could go for a. You just don't tell me they're yams. Kind of would be one of the things, and I start thinking about it. But
mm,
hell yeah, I think most
yeah,
things. If I don't know what it is, I'll probably not. There's a few things I think I'll hate. Maybe like anchovies or I don't know. I would say blue cheese, but I think it got switched out with ranch one time. I didn't even know the difference, and I was like, oh man, it kind of blew my mind. I was like, fuck, you know,
that's true.
maybe I do like it.
That's true.
Hmm.
I know. As long as it is nothing like extra in there. Like I hate when I had to take out like the shells. Like, if you're gonna put shrimp in there, I don't want you put like the whole shrimp shell in
Oh, the tail. Yeah, yeah. No, no. Hey,
there.
heard that.
Yeah, yeah.
I can respect that.
But okay, okay. Uh, moving on to the next song. That's standing out to me being a first time listener. The Caveman.
Okay, the
You were telling
caveman
us a
shit.
little bit. Mm-hmm. You were telling us a little bit about it, but could you tell us how the song was inspired?
Oh, the caveman was actually Joe Nider, who was in the band for a good amount of time. He plays on that track, the electric guitar, and he wrote the first line of that. It was in all my time down in Memphis, all she wore was a plain old t-shirt. And then I just kind of that is what I know. I said most songs are reference to somebody, but that is one that actually really doesn't have a direct. Maybe it does a little bit, but it's like pretty much just I'm the caveman. The cave, I guess, would be my barn studio that I built on my parents' property. It was like a 800-foot pole barn that they used. The the horses would get their hay out of and stuff. It was the stables for a couple horses that they used to have. But yeah, it's like was my cave, I guess, or it's a pretty good cave. That's a cave, but yeah, and I was just a caveman, and the rest was just kind of filled in fiction a little bit, and then I kind of got into the Atlantic stuff, and then there's I'm kind of starting to hint at like conspiracy, like the Bermuda Triangle, kind of the root Atlantic, all that stuff. But I don't really get too crazy into that. It's just more kind of like free lyric kind of, you know, nonsense or whatever you want to call, you know. But you know, it's at the end of the day, that's like a love song, I guess. You know, caveman gets his heart broken heart of the caveman,
Hmm.
and you know, girl flies away.
Okay. And when it comes to, cave, you don't have no interest in exploring cave, or do you have experience?
Not really, no, no, sir.
Oh,
My
oh,
cave is exclusive to the fictional sense. Yes.
okay. Uh, the reason why I said this is a bonus song that I'm about to mention, honorable mention. Um, you had an industry, I can't get the word, but you had a wound. Uh, I think it was in certain defeat.
Certain defeat. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, certain defeat.
Um, okay, that was okay. Hell yeah. Certain defeat. That one, my cousin actually co-wrote with me. My cousin Nathan Reinhardt. He texted me when I was you know, I had taken a little mushroom tea one night, or you know, if you want to call it that. But he texted me like the first verse or something. I think it was just like, "I'm near defeat." Same song keeps playing on repeat. I'm losing will, walking that fine line again between solitude and sin. All my wasted years. So that actually was all him, that first verse, and then because I got a melody in my guitar riff to it immediately. I was holding my guitar like right when he sent it to me, and then I wrote most of the rest of it, and then Paul Whitty helped tie it all in together. He wrote the little bridge lead up part, and then yeah, Nathan wrote the last chorus as well. So that's actually a 3-way collaboration there on that song. On
Okay.
certain feet, and then Dahi plays the banjo on it. Dahi Mali on the recording. He crushes it. He did that, and I think that was one or two takes. It was like, yeah, he's the man.
Shout out to him. And what was the injury that you like? Was that a real injury that you were showing on
Oh,
profile?
that yeah, shit. That picture was from
Yeah.
man. I was with the Hamilton band. Shout out to the Hamilton band and some local St. Louis Saints there. They got a great band in Soulard here, the Hamilton brothers. But man, we were like trying to go party back at my apartment. I lived above Pizzoli then, like right on the edge of Soulard and across from E Crow. And I couldn't find my keys, and like he was down at his girlfriend's house, which is the house that we live in now. But instead of like trying to go I had lost my keys because I was wasted or whatever. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna climb." And I tried to climb it up there, and I got pretty close. And then I took a little tumble. That was about a 12, 13 foot drop or something like that.
Oh, you
So,
hit?
it was a pretty good one. I got really lucky. Yeah, I fell and I broke my one wrist and I almost broke the other one. But the way I hit, it kind of I had a hat on and something else hit first, so because my head just shot. Anyways, yeah, so I got a good little. Yeah, I guess that's the scar. That's that scar in the picture. But yeah, it split my head open, my face open pretty good. So they brought me to the emergency room, and then yeah, felt that was kind of a very. I felt definitely near defeat for a moment at least, you know. But great
And
nurses,
was
etc., helped me put me back together. So
and this happened like
this
midway, like creating the song, or this happened before it?
This actually happened after the picture, anyways. It was kind of like it was like a self fulfilling prophecy or something, I guess. But happened before I released it, but after I wrote it, or after we had me and Nathan and Paul had wrote it.
You said before you released it?
Yes, it was before I
Okay.
released it. Yeah,
But it was after you wrote it.
it
And
was after I
did
wrote it. Yeah.
and after that experience, did it inspire any changes in your verse, or
Oh, I'd say I won't be climbing any more brick kind of chimneys or whatever I was shimmying up there. Um, you know, have my fun on the ground these days. Uh, yeah. My
okay? I was also curious, did it after after that event, did it change anything within the song?
Not really. No, the
Okay.
song still played pretty well the same. Just kind of
Okay, so
maybe a
you
little
didn't
more
change under the verse.
inspiration behind it.
Okay, so you didn't change under the verse, but you use your recent event as the cover.
As the cover, yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. Okay. No, that makes sense. Okay, so you just happen to create a perfect
Kinda,
comic
yeah. It was like they're always like, yeah, it's like the Hank Williams song or whatever, why must you live out the songs that you
Actually,
wrote, you know,
okay,
or the Hank
okay.
Williams Jr. song. But yeah, I was like, God damn it, yeah.
So now I'm curious, did you had a different image that you was going with before that event?
I didn't really. It was just right when I remember that picture, and like right when because I sent that I think to my cousin Nathan actually, who wrote it with me, and it was funny. And then I was just like, I don't know. I guess when we started to go to release it, I was just like, oh, it just wasn't a question. It was like, yeah, that's the one,
Okay.
Because I was pretty messed up for a minute. I couldn't play guitar for a good long while because I broke my right wrist. So and then I almost
Right.
broke the other one. So I was like, fuck yeah, split
God
my
damn.
face open pretty good. Hey, look, cut all my teeth though. So shit, could have
Yeah,
could have been worse.
yeah, definitely
Yeah.
could have been worse. But you made it out fine. Will you say that whole event made that photo worth it?
Mm, sure. Let's go with yes. I think if you compile the other stuff that I learned from it as well, yes, it was worth
Okay.
it.
Okay. Moving on to the next song, Hitting the Road. The second half I really enjoy.
Okay, hell yeah, man. That one was kind of that was like me, Joe Nider, and Joseph and Joe Baldetti, really all spearheaded that one. I think some of our Paul does have the bass. He plays the bass line on it. But in terms of the writing and kind of forming that one, that was the three of us, and that was just kind of that was that first line. I actually stole it from which I don't know. This I won't ever get big enough for this to matter. But Yellowstone, Rip, who plays Rip in that? Cole Hauser says to Kevin Costner's daughter on the roof there, they're smoking up there. She's smoking at least. I think he's smoking too. And she asked him some shit, I guess, about something. I don't know. I don't even remember what she asked him about. But he says, "Honey, it's a nice night. Let's not ruin it with the truth." And then I stole those lines and then wrote the rest of it. And then about a girl that had recently uh, broken my heart or whatever you want to call it. Ghosted me,
Mm,
but yeah, and then that was all those songs on No, which at least the original version of that's on No Name for Nashville. The single version is a better, you know. We did there's cooler stuff. There's harmonica in that one. There's other stuff that's cool, but they're essentially the same song. But yeah, so hitting the road. That's just kind of she's like the Texas girl or the Winter Texas Blues, which is what it was originally called, Winter Texas Blues, but we changed it. It was kind of too obscure.
okay.
So we felt, but yeah. And
And
then
the
Joe, and
last
then that guitar solo in there, that's Joe Nider. He just destroys that guitar solo. It's sick.
shout out. Okay. And the last song that I have that's standing out to me, Out of Speed.
Oh, out of
Also,
speed. Okay.
second half also caught my attention.
That one was about a girl I dated for a good long while. There in like my 20s. We were driving home one time. There are several things. I mean, it's all pretty metaphoric, but we like to take caffeine pills, maybe some pharmacy stimulants sometimes, and we kind of would just crash and burn then. Yeah, not literally, knock on wood. Uh, but yeah, it was kind of just like a really toxic kind of, thing. Um,
Mm,
a lot of love there, but just we were both very similar, I think. But yeah, um, so it's kind of mixing. Just like we got lost one time. I think leaving the wine country, we got in this huge fight, and yeah, and then we would. She was a musician too, so we'd play together. Yeah, it was just too similar. But she's doing great now, and yeah, still friends. But yeah, we were out of speed. Long story short.
I see. And from that experience, have that changed the way you pursue lovers? Like, will you date another musician, or do you?
I would say no, but I definitely would. But I would probably just. We had other things than the way we played, I think, too, and it was Um, yeah, I think I would. I definitely would. I see both sides of it. I think it just depends on the person. There's that common link, obviously, with the music, but that's never enough. Just to
Mm.
say anything like legitimate. So, um, yeah,
What do
hard to
you
say.
prefer your partner? Will you prefer, to be more calm and relaxing, like with their life, like more grounded, or you know,
Um, Probably, maybe a little bit, just because I'm such a spaz. You know, if we could find a healthy balance with that, but I'm not too picky. I like to think, anyways.
okay, I respect that. And bringing this towards the end, a couple of things I am curious about when it comes to your live performance. Uh, what was what songs out of your catalog do you had a chance to perform?
Um, I've done. Which ones haven't I? I guess would be the question. I have never performed "Missing Found" or "For Your Valentine" live. I think everything else. I mean, in terms, I don't know. I mean, I've played them some places. Like I did it at McGurk's the other night when sometimes they'll have me up there, some of the musicians if I know them or whatever, and they'll go behind the bar and then I'll go play. But I did it there, But I mean, in terms of an organized show or whatever, yeah, I've never played those two. And "For Your Valentine" is kind of a very studio song. It's a little bit difficult to do acoustic, or at least like I'm still working out the acoustic version, I guess you could say. But yeah, pretty much everything else has been played live at in some capacity somewhere.
Okay. Checking out your music, uh, previous artists that I have worked with that you might find interesting. Uh, one artist pop up in mind. He's an older fella, but he got like this deep, nostalgic
Okay.
type of blues type of voice. Give you that 1930s type of blues type deep voice. But he go by Buddy. Um, I can send you his information after uh,
Yeah,
the podcast.
absolutely, man.
Second artist, he's a young cat, but he got nostalgic, unique voice, I would say.
Okay.
Uh, but you go by Kingsman, the Squash Disaster. He kind of a nomad. Uh, his music's kind of folk.
Okay. I love folk music. Hell yeah. I bridged it myself a little bit, I think.
He play heavy on acoustic guitar as well.
Okay.
Um, but I think you would definitely like him. And I mentioned Jeremy as well, but he's also an artist. Uh, but I think you might find his music entertaining. But
Okay.
those would be the three I would recommend.
Yeah, man. Send me those that information. I'd love to check them out.
Okay. And my last question to you, from the audience that's listening, they get to hear this from you. How could they help? How could they help support you? Is it by just simply listening to your music, sharing?
Um, Shit. Yeah, just listen to the tunes, man. In comments, just um, likes or whatever they can do. We love to hear, kind of uh, what people think of the songs and how they relate to them or don't relate to them or how they don't like them or like them. You got to have some naysayers too, right? Or it won't, won't, you the crit who likes it. Where's the validity if everybody just likes it? It must just be I mean, that'd be a good problem to have. But yeah, yeah, man. Any kind of feedback's good feedback. I'd say even negative. So just to hear from people listening to it. Um, Critiques or or encouragement, whatever.
Okay. And is there anything to look forward to? Are you dropping any new music or any performance coming up?
Yeah, we got Back to the Break Line is a song coming out on March 28th, Friday, March 28th, which will be 2 weeks, I believe, from tomorrow. But yeah, it's a fun little song about a volcano leaving a voicemail. Um, who surprised I'd be the volcano, but yeah, it's a cool little tune. Me and Paul pretty much play everything on it. Yeah, I think it came out pretty good. I cut it up pretty short. It's only a little over 2 minutes. So, but I think the old try not to bore us, get to the chorus. It does it pretty quick.
Okay.
And so back to the break line. Look out for that one. Back to the break line.
And back to the break line. That's a whole EP album single.
It sounds like it's just a song though. It's just a single
It's
coming
just
out.
a single.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you got any upcoming performance you'd like to shout out?
I'm playing at Jellystone Park in I think that is. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second. I just
No problem.
saw that date. I should know this already, but it is August 3rd. And that'll be for it's called it's like a little festival thing up there, but don't got too much on the books at the moment here. Anybody's got anything they need somebody to play at? Good little energetic folk Americana. Could be rock and roll too, depending on what you're looking for. Let me know. I'm looking for shows.
All right. It was great to have you on this podcast. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me so much. I appreciate it. It was good talking to you.
No problem. Before you go, shout out all your platforms. Shout out anybody that you want to put on, and then drop a song out of your catalog you want the audience to tune to.
Well, what are we doing? Shouting out, shout out to, the social media platforms. I'm sorry. The Flatwoods Band is the handle on all Spotify, Facebook, Flatwoods Band at Facebook.com, same with Instagram, TikTok. Check us out on there. We got good little TikToks and Instagrams up, as well as on Facebook. We're on YouTube. If you just hit up our link tree, slash Flatwoods Band, linktree slash Flatwoods Band. It's got it's a good landing page for everything to get to our online content. And yeah, I guess shout out to all the Soulard, good Soulard love, Falling Fences, Jig Jam, Hamilton Band, Mighty Pines, Jacob Baxter. I know I'm missing 19,000, but Matty Shell, fucking yeah.
Shout out to them. Was there
And
more?
then I'm sorry.
Was there more?
No. I think I got the plugs in there. Look out for back to the break line again. Like I was saying, that's our new single coming out from Flatwoods. Thanks for everybody who tuned in or whatever. It's good talking on you.
No problem.